Thank you to Chris Decker for your support on Patreon.
Hello everyone, my name is Deckerling, the trained professional, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. On the last one, we ended up catching up on all the other stuff, and now we're gonna catch on Dozer route. The weather looks really great today. Should be good for whatever Dozer has planned. If you remember, we got invited to hang out with Dozer. The last time I talked to him, he said he'd get back to me around noon, so I should be hearing from him anytime now. He still wouldn't tell me what he has planned, though. That should be him.
Hey, there will be a bus that will take us to our destination leaving from the school in the next 40 minutes. Can you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there. See you soon. I won't have time to catch a bus to the school, so I'll just have to walk. I'll leave now, and that should give me plenty of time to get there. Oh good, Dozer's already there. I'm glad I won't be waiting alone.
Hey, you're a little early too.
I wasn't going to have time to catch the bus, so I walked. It's not too far from where I live.
I see. It's good exercise for you.
Yeah, but I get enough of that with practice.
A little more never hurts, though.
I suppose not. You live nearby too, don't you?
Yeah, I live in one of the apartment buildings.
So where's this bus taking us?
It'll take us to Brindle. It's a town not too far from here.
Brindle? Never been over that way. What's there?
Not gonna tell you that just yet. You'll see soon enough. It'll be nice and relaxing, though. The weather couldn't have been more perfect for this. Have you eaten anything yet?
I ate lunch a little bit ago. If you're hungry, I could go for a snack or something.
It's fine. We'll eat in a little bit. The place we're going has a small bar next to it. I enjoy eating there, so maybe you'll like it.
What kind of food do they have?
You'll see.
You're not going to tell me anything about this, are you?
Nope.
Fine. You thought you detected a grin on his face for just a moment, but it was replaced shortly after when he pointed down the street.
Looks like our bus is going to be a few minutes early today.
I don't have a problem with that. We could sit for a bit and chat.
Yeah, you have cash for the bus fare, right?
I have a bus pass, so I'm set.
Oh, right. Makes sense that you'd have one. Get it ready since we're about to board.
Oh, shit. Image on bus not found. The seats on the bus go round and round, hopefully, because Dozer's fucking huge. We're made for 2 people, and even though that was the case, Dozer was taking up most of that space.
You should sit next to the window, otherwise I'll end up pushing you into the aisle.
If you think that's best, alright. You did as he instructed and he sat down next to you. You were pressed into the wall for a moment while Dozer repositioned himself. After laying his arm across the back of the seat, you had some extra breathing room, despite him still being pressed against you.
Sorry if I'm all up on you. These seats weren't made with guys my size in mind.
It's fine. I'm not uncomfortable. But if I turn to look at him, my face is going to be in his armpit with how much bigger he is. Ew.
Just say something if I crush you and I'll scoot over some. Once the bus is moving, I can block the aisle a bit.
Nah, you're right, Dozer. Really, don't worry about it. Since the bus arrived early, there was a short delay before it took off once more. How far off is Brindle?
On the bus, it takes about 30 minutes. It makes a couple of stops before we get there.
Not too long, then.
Not at all.
Guess you've made this ride a few times.
I go to Brindle once or twice a month when I get the chance. Where we're going is one of my favorite places. I was going regardless of you coming with me, but I thought it'd be a nice change to have have some company for once.
You've never asked anyone to go before?
In case you haven't noticed, I'm not the most social person.
I've noticed. Is there a reason for that?
There is, but I'd rather not go into that right now. I want to keep things positive, alright?
Oh, okay. You live in the apartments on campus, though, right?
Yeah.
Do you not have a roommate?
I don't.
Ah. Can I at least ask what made you ask me to go with you?
I think I mentioned that you reminded me of my friend back home.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have some things in common.
Yeah, you do. Both of you have that want to help me.
What?
In the same subject of all things.
Oh, that same want. It's a fucking noun.
And where most people tend to make minimal to no effort to communicate with me, well, you both put the effort into it. I mean, it's my fault really, but you two didn't let that stop you.
I guess you miss your friend, huh?
I do. I miss him a lot. I talk to him pretty often though, but it sucks not getting to hang out with him. So I'm really glad you agreed to come along with me today.
I needed to get away a bit myself, so I appreciate you inviting me out. I've not been out of the town for a while now.
School, tennis, and work keeping you bogged down?
School and tennis, really. I don't have a job right now, and I'm limited with what I can do. No car, and having to depend on the bus really sucks sometimes.
Tell me about it. Aside from Brindle, I don't really go anywhere else. Studying for my degree really takes up a lot of time, so even if I wanted to be social, I'd have a hard time doing so. I'm thankful I don't need a job, just volunteer work is enough for me.
You don't need a job, how do you afford everything?
Full ride scholarship, covers all my classes and my living space even. My mom helps me with the other stuff, she still sends me money for each month for food and whatnot. She wants me to focus on getting through college.
That's awesome! Ask about his dad or talk more about his mom. Ooh, this is tricky. The majority that says talk more about his mom. Bet she's really proud of you.
She is. The scholarship was offered to her hospital, and due to the amount of time I volunteered there and the essay I wrote about it, I was the top pick. She got to present the award to me during my graduation, and she had such a hard time keeping herself composed during that. I can't think of a time where I've ever seen her look more proud.
With good reason, that's really amazing. A scholarship is the only reason I'm able to go to college.
No help from your folks?
That's complicated. It's a topic I'd rather avoid for now.
Seems like we both have those touchy subjects, huh?
Yeah. You leaned against the window, staring at the other cars passing by on the road. After your conversation with Dozer, the rest of the ride was short and spent in silence until the bus stopped again.
Hey, this is our stop, come on. Here we are.
Image Japantown was not found. Oh man. Where is here? The Abyss is apparently where we're at.
This is Japantown. There's all sorts of little Japanese shops around here, but there's one place in particular we're going.
Well, lead the way.
It's just across the street, you can see it.
That's a really nice looking building. I wish we could see it too!
Just wait until you see what's beyond the gate. Let's go.
There we go, my god. Look at those pixels. Jesus, this was a picture that was in the old build, wasn't it? It got fucking zoomed up.
Now, what do you think?
Whoa, this is really beautiful. What is this place?
Welcome to the Brindle Bonsai Gardens.
Bonsai? You mean those little trees you can get at the store?
Well, those are labeled as bonsai trees. These are the real things. True bonsai is really an art form used to express balance and harmony.
Well, this area looks really pretty.
Most of the trees here are still young, only 5 to 10 years old. Just wait though, this is only the entrance. Once we get into the garden, you'll see trees that are up to 80 years old.
That's crazy, and they're just this small?
That's part of the art. Let's head further in. This place is open to the public, but you must be respectful to everything here. Don't touch any of the plants and don't stray from the paths.
Got it. Garden 2 was not found.
This is the inner garden. They have all their oldest trees on display right here. Like, look at this one. It's a Carmina microphylla.
A what?
A fucking tree.
Sorry. I know it's not really a fucking tree, but it just... Oh, Jesus. Jesus, what the fuck? A fucking tree. Fucking tree. Tea tree. This one is 50 years old. Just look at how thick the trunk is and how small the leaves are now. Just imagine how big this would be out in the wild at this age. Show interest, motherfucker! These trees look amazing, Dozer. This may take some time and patience to do something like this. It does. I have a couple of small bonsai trees at home. You do? Mine are only a couple of years old, but it's something that really helps me relax. It's a hobby that makes me happy when I'm sitting at home alone. Let me show you the next area now. Oh God, look at this. Remember this fucking art style? This spot is some of my favorite trees. Is there a particular one that you'd like to look at? I can tell you about a lot of the ones in this area. Oh, sweet Christ. Okay, here we go. This one looks nice. This one is a ficus of some sort, I think. I'm not sure if it's scientific name, though. These are supposed to be easy to grow indoors, but this one is thriving out here. It looks like a little forest of them is growing right here. Well, some bonsai artists use a group planting kind of style, where they use several trees for one display. When done right, it really does look like a miniature forest. The person that grew this one has really kept it looking just like that. I can't understand how they get it to look just like how you'd see a real forest, only it's tiny. It takes a lot of practice and time. People dedicate years and years to their trees and to make them look like this. I hope I can achieve something like this eventually. Let's see this one. What's this one? I like the color of the leaves on it. This tree is one of my favorites. I have a young one back at home. This is an Acer palmatum, or just Japanese maple to keep it simple. They don't typically get very big to begin with, but they make such beautiful bonsai trees. It's set up in a basic and formal upright style, almost just like how you'd see one of these in nature. This guy's only 20 years old, but it's already looking wonderful. And you have one of these? Yeah, but it's barely getting started. It has a long way to go. And you can tell how old it is just from looking at it. That's impressive. It's a tag on the front of it that tells its age. Oh, so it does. How this one? Whoa, this tree's kind of big compared to the others. This is a Chinese banyan fig tree. What is it doing in Japantown then? If it's Chinese, there's a difference, motherfucker. Look at the base of the tree here. Are these roots? Yeah, notice the rock too? This one is using a root over rock style. Just imagine a tree growing out in nature on a cliff with its roots being the only thing helping it cling to the rock. It really makes a majestic looking tree. Amazing they can hold on to it like that. Yeah, I have to wire the roots around the rock and grow it to the dirt like that. Grow it in the dirt like that, revealing it little by little. This style really is a process. It's really impressive. Yeah, I have to agree with you. Well, I think we've seen all that we can see. So I guess move on. Ready to move on? Yeah, I'm ready for you to show me what's next. Follow me then. This is actually the last spot of the gardens, but as you can see, it's a fairly large area. It's a perfect place for relaxing. They have a few grassy spots where we can sit down under the trees. How about it? Yeah, that sounds nice. Dozer led you along the path and strayed from it into a shady patch under a large tree. He dropped to the ground with a thud and fell onto his back with a heavy sigh. This is the best spot to lay back and relax. The grass is soft and the air is warm and the trees keep the sun out of your face. Come on, join me. You followed suit and laid on your back, looking up through the branches of the tree. Nice, right? Yeah, you're right. It really is nice.
I've fallen asleep here a couple of times. I'll just lay back and lose myself in thought. It's so peaceful. There's nothing here to distract me.
You really seem to like this place.
I do. It's like a mini vacation whenever I come. I kind of forget my worries for a bit.
Let's see if I can do that.
Just close your eyes and forget everything else. Listen to the trees moving, feel the breeze blowing. Just relax.
Alright, it's easy to forget everything while laying here.
You see, this is such a stress reliever for me. Let's lay here for a bit.
I like that idea. Let's enjoy this. You laid there with your eyes closed until you felt yourself starting to doze off. Oh man, I think I relaxed a little too much. I nearly fell asleep. How about you, Dozer? You sat up and glanced over at your friend with his hands behind his head. His chest rose and fell slowly with his breathing. Well, he's out, it looks like. I'll leave him be for now. I'm not surprised. I nearly fell asleep myself. I'll just sit here and play with my phone until he wakes up. I don't suppose he'll be out too long. Half an hour passed while you sat there, and Dozer still hadn't budged while you waited. Okay, maybe I should wake him up. He's completely gone. Dozer. Hey, Dozer. He reached over and wiggled his elbow around until he began to move. He spread his arms and legs out, stretched his whole body with a groan, showing off his scaly belly in the process before he sat up.
Sorry about that. I fell asleep. How long I've been out?
Half an hour or so, not too long.
I didn't mean to fall asleep this time, but I just drifted off.
It's fine. I nearly passed out too, but I barely resisted. I didn't want to be a bother to you either. I didn't want to bother you either since you looked so comfortable.
Thanks. Hey, you feeling hungry? There isn't much to do here, honestly, other than look at the trees and such. I don't want to bore you with too much of this, so I figure if you're hungry, we can go get some food now.
I've not been bored yet, even while sitting here waiting for you to wake up, so don't worry about that. But I am getting kind of hungry. Food sounds like a good idea right about now.
I'm glad you've been able to enjoy this with me then. There's a place right next door that has good food, so we'll head over there and get something. But first, let me stop by the donation booth and drop in some cash. It's back towards the entrance.
Alright, let's go then.
See, they just have this donation box, and they allow free entry into the gardens. They've helped me a lot with my bonsai trees and getting started. It helps them out, so I like to donate whenever I come by. If you'd like, you can even donate some money too.
Donate 5 or donate 10. $10. Sure, you can put in some cash for it. Is $10 good?
That's fantastic. You don't have to do that much, but I'm sure it's appreciated quite a bit. I'm happy to see you helping them out. Now that the donation is made, let's get something to eat. As I'm sure you guessed, it's an Asian restaurant. They make some of the best sushi, so that's one reason I really like it here. Since it's lunchtime, I can get a few rolls for about $15.
Sushi, huh? I don't know if I can eat that. I've never had it, to be honest.
Now's a good time to try it. I'll share a piece with you, so you don't have to worry about ordering it and not liking it. They have a variety of other dishes in case you'd rather have something with chicken and beef.
Oh, that's good. I like teriyaki stuff, so I think some teriyaki chicken would be good.
They have it, so you're set. We'll grab a table and we can put in our orders.
After taking a seat with Dozer, you took a quick glance over the menu just to make sure nothing else jumped out at you. Have you had their teriyaki before?
I have. It's pretty good, so that's not a bad choice. I'll just order some sushi and a bowl of their ramen. And I'll let you try the sushi. I'm gonna order a dragon roll and a spicy tuna roll and some salmon
nigiri.
You can choose one of those to try.
Alright, I'll give it a shot then. Dozer called a waiter to your table and you placed your orders.
It shouldn't take too long. They're usually really fast here.
I got hungrier once we got here. Everything smells so good. I'm salivating just thinking about it.
I know what you mean. I could drool just thinking about it. Their fish is so good. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll take your word for it, but I'll give it a shot.
As long as you try it, I won't give you a hard time about it. I mean, you went with me through the bonsai garden, and you seem to enjoy that. I'm happy to have someone show interest in that and accompany me for a change.
You really are knowledgeable about that stuff. It's impressive. I don't think I'd have the patience to do anything like that.
It does take a lot of patience. It can be tough sometimes with these big hands.
No doubt. Some of these trees are so little. Do you have a hard time with it?
Finding the right tools was the hardest part. Thankfully, I'm not the only big guy with this issue. The tools I use fit my fingers and give me better reach. So I'll show them to you someday if you'd like.
I'd like to see your trees too.
Cool. I'll have you over sometime soon then. I'd be happy to show off my trees.
I'm pretty much free all the time. Aside from practice, I only have a couple of classes on campus, and you're in one of them. Just let me know what time and where you live, and I'll be there.
Well, how about tomorrow then? It's not really much planning, but I'm sure I can come up with something to entertain a guest. And I don't know how much free time I'd have through the week anyway.
Sounds like a great idea.
I'll send you my address and you can head over sometime tomorrow afternoon.
Awesome.
I'm not the most thrilling person to be around, as you can tell, but I'll try to make it worth your time.
If it counts for anything, I do enjoy your company. You seem like one of the more down-to-earth guys I know.
Is that so? That's good to know then.
Dozer propped his chin on his fist and leaned against the table.
So, what are you in school for? You know what I'm doing, but I don't think I've heard about what you're in for.
My degree is for general studies right now, but I think I want to get into business management. I'm not fully decided just yet.
I suppose you have some extra time to decide. You're just knocking out all the basic classes right now, I'd assume.
Yeah, that's all I've taken so far. I wish I knew exactly what I wanted to do, though, like you do.
I've had the goal for a while now, and I'm just getting really close to achieving it. It's right within my grasp. After this semester, I'll be done. Just this damn math class is giving me issues. I'm thankful for your help there.
Anytime, Dozer. If it'll help you out, I don't mind.
Maybe that's something we can do tomorrow. I could use a little bit of extra help. If you don't mind, that is.
Sure thing. We can go over some of this week's concepts.
Cool. I appreciate that. Oh, and look, I think that's our food coming out too.
Sure enough, you're ready to return to your table to drop off your orders.
This all looks so good.
This serving was way more than I expected. It's huge.
One reason I love this place. Now, let's see. Which sushi would you like to try?
Which do you think is the best?
Personally, I love the salmon nigiri the most. But for you, I'd suggest trying the dragon roll. So, here.
Dozer use a pair of chopsticks to skillfully transfer a piece of sushi to a small plate and pass it to you.
You might like it dipped in soy sauce, but that's up to you.
I'll try it naturally first. After a moment of hesitation, you picked up this piece of sushi and shoved it in your mouth. Delicious! Wow, that's not bad. It's delicious, actually.
Told you it was good. Feel free to have another piece if you'd like. I got plenty of it, just in case. Not everyone likes it, but I'm glad you do.
You continue with your meal, amazed at just how much food Dozer was able to fit into his mouth at once. He could have eaten an entire sushi roll at once if he wanted to, but he showed... Oh! Rose Nikolaev. Rose has arrived. Thank you for the subscribe. He could have eaten a whole, I already said that, but he showed restraint by only putting a few pieces at a time.
Man, being this big could be really costly. I'm glad my mom helps me with money. It takes so much food to fill me up and keep me bulky.
I figured you were just naturally big.
I am, but I work to be bigger.
Is there a reason for that?
There is, but you'd probably think it's a bit silly.
I doubt that. What's the reason?
Maybe I'll tell you one day.
Aw, you tell me there's a reason but won't tell me what it is.
I'm not gonna lie and tell you there isn't a reason. I'll tell you in due time.
Alright then, I'll leave it at that for now. I'm not gonna forget though. He's got a few secrets that he won't tell me, but I guess that's understandable if he doesn't want to tell me just yet. Then again, I won't tell him mine either, so I suppose that makes us even. Even with how hungry you were when the food was delivered, you weren't able to eat everything that was on your plate. God, do you want any of this, Dozer? I don't think I can finish it.
No thanks. We can get you a carry-out box so you can take it home. You have enough left for another meal.
You're right about that. Let's get a box and pay. Do you have anything else in mind for this trip?
I didn't. After eating, I figured it'd be about time to catch the bus home. We've been out for a few hours now.
Have we? Doesn't feel like it's been that long.
That must mean you've had a good time.
Yeah, I have. We'll have to go out somewhere like this again soon.
We shall. Let's go now. The bus should be arriving soon.
Gotcha.
Thanks for hanging out with me today, Grant. I had a really good time.
Me too. I really enjoyed the garden with you. It was so nice there. I can't wait to see your trees.
Tomorrow, then, you'll get to see them.
Awesome. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to send me your address.
I won't. I'll do that on the walk home. Be careful on your way home, too.
Will do. It's not far, so I'm going to walk too. I'll see you later, Dozer.
Later, Grant.
Time to head home and call it a night. I never would have guessed that Dozer had such a unique hobby. I wonder what else there is to him.